Nothing to see here. Please move along. I know it's doomed. All will die, and all will fall to ruin. You bring chaos here. You bring death. Leave me out of it. Leave me be.
Go ahead.
The automaton doesn't react to your presence at all. The automaton doesn't react to your presence at all. The automaton doesn't react. The automaton doesn't react to your presence at all. Embedded in the stone stands an ancient and venerable sword, as sharp and as strong as the day it was made. It feels good, cool to the touch, and a perfect fit for your hand. The sword does not budge. The sword slides smoothly free, but the silence of the cave is broken by the clank and whir of machinery. Uh-oh.
strange contraptions are these?
The ghost stares right through you, a horrified look upon her face.
They took the realm. They took it all. But they don't know what it is. They don't know what they have. Those black-ringed dogs. They took the universe, but they don't know what it is. I pray they do not think to try to use it.
She turns away. An empty pedestal stands before you. From the ostentatious nature of the carvings upon it, you can tell it once used to hold something of great value.
Something's missing here. Something valuable.
Do you serve the God King's scum?
Fallen, my child. Our Lord will resurrect the chosen.
He opens his mouth in a sloppy grin and pokes his tongue through rotten teeth. But his tongue is not a tongue, it's the head of a snake. Its own forked tongue flickers with a puff of black smoke, and it winks at you.
Answer the question. Do you serve the God King? You serve the great Almira. The sallow man will want to speak with you. Take this.
He hands you a mirror of the blackest glass. The glass is black. At first. But then a sickly haze begins to form, like sand upon a pond. The haze shimmers and becomes a face. A wan-faced stranger looking straight at you. You feel his hate, his avarice, his thirst for blood. God-woken blood. He does not speak, and yet he asks you who you are. You know the wrong answer will send this man, this sallow man, into a ferocious rage.
Have you seen many battles, venerable one?
Many. I saw Lucian die. It was painful. The agony and the death look.
So you'll lead our next assault? I couldn't stand behind a braver soldier.
Please, Matty.
It works, and instantly you know what the sallow man wants. Alexander's head, cut from his body and brought to his cave. And you know too what he's offering. Whatever you desire yourself to be. A new you, better than before. All your flaws gone forever. Sallow turns away. You're done.
What did Sallow say?
He catches the soap, looks at it, takes a bite.
What did he really say?
You'll not fall. And if you should, I'm sure the God King will find you worthy.
Tell me again what's waiting for us.
Eternity, my child. Eternity back. I have temple must hold. The temple must hold. The temple must hold. We held them off. We held them off. We held them off, and Alexander was saved.
Hold up, Shriekers.
We'll need a purging one to defeat them.
Stop! Explain yourself!
The elf's deep golden eyes go wide. A strange smile dances across his mouth, and he starts to roar with laughter.
The gods chose you as their champion. Some bones past their prime. Run home, little Godwoken. You'll find only death here. You speak loudly, young Godwoken, but I see only a barking dog. You are not worthy of this temple. Leave. Run back to your hearth. Cower there while death searches for you.
The laughter dies from the elf's eyes, replaced with weary seriousness.
Good. It is proper that the Godwoken should not be so easily pushed away. Too many are not ready for the trials ahead. You may proceed. You find no threat here. Not from me, at least. The island is not overrun. This temple stands strong. The other gods were clearly not as powerful as Delius. In his fortress, the Black Ring do not succeed. They do not kill the Godwoken, but they do not fail. Now, knights and Godwoken both cower behind monsters, tied to sticks. It is not the place of a knight to reveal such things. We walked your path once. You must discover it yourself, as we did. Turn to the gods. Their guidance alone will lead you.
The elf raises a bushy eyebrow.
One demands from one's lessers. I am your equal, Godwoken. Once, I stand where you stand. My gods chosen, fighting to be the divine. The trials do not kill me, but neither do I triumph. Another becomes divine, and I remain here to serve Delius and protect his chosen. Yes, he resides here for a time. He and his troop commandeered the top level of my temple. He is not the Godwoken I expect. Few ferocious warriors bring an army. Or shrieking monsters tied to posts. I protect the Godwoken of this temple from the Black Ring, from the Magisters, from all threats of this world. But not from other Godwoken. What one Godwoken does to another is divine business. It must not be interfered with. May Rallick ever watch over you.
Oh, how pensively.
The spirit of a black ring witch stands over her remains, loudly petitioning the sky above.
Please, my king, raise me again. The shriekers are so close, I didn't have time to flee. I'll be swift the next time, I promise.
The spirit of a hulking black ring warrior lurches right towards you, brandishing a spectral great axe. The warrior charges right through you, like a passing shudder. Just as he emerges from your back, you hear an echoing shriek and feel a curious phantom pain jolt through your senses. You turn. The warrior drops to his knees behind you, a smouldering hole torn right through his torso. He pitches forward onto his face. The spirit remains on the ground.
Be at ease, sister. We're safe now.
Almighty Duna, hear
You!
my prayer.
Identify your...
Save your
The elf's deep golden eyes go wide with recognition.
You! The gods chose you as their champion. Run home, little godwoken. You find only death here. We have all swatted flies. That is not what lies ahead of you. You are not worthy of this temple. Leave. Run back to your hearth. Cower there while death searches for you.
The laughter dies from the elf's.
Good. It is proper that you may bruise, not from me, at least. The island, the other god in his but they do not fail. Now, knights and godwoken both cower. It is not we turn. Yes, he resides. He is not or shrieking monsters. I pretend. But what one god,
The elf.
one once the trials do. May Ralik ever watch over you.
We're safe now.
The bear gives you a serious look. She opens her mouth wide, her great fangs on display for you. Then she clears her throat.
Can I ask you a philosophical question? Okay then. If a tree falls in a forest and the whole place is covered in death fog, does anyone care? I escaped. Thousands didn't. They barely had the time to scream.
She gives you a long, wet-eyed look. Her lip begins to tremble, which on a bear is an impressive sight. She tries not to cry.
I thought no one cared. I thought no one cared but elves and bears. This gives me hope, this does. Lots of hope. Oh, thank you.
With a sigh, she turns away.
Well, this is more like it.
Ease,
Finally,
sister.
a structure
We're safe now.
with taste.
Almighty Duna, hear my prayer. Save your children.
The priestess is oblivious to you. Instead, she's locked in frantic, desperate prayer.
Almighty Duna, save your children. Deliver us from the void. Almighty Duna, save your children. Deliver us from the void. Almighty Duna.
The elven priest fervently prays.
Tell us what to do, brave Tersendelius. The Black Ring are on the threshold, and yet they fear us. I know it. They fear who we are. They fear the elves.
Ho there, Hopeful. I belong to Tersendelius. To whom are you sworn? Can I interest you in a short discussion about the merits of Tersendelius, the poet of the woods, the god of the elves, and others?
The being inside you rumbles a very clear no.
Be at ease, sister. We're safe now.
Almighty Duna, hear my prayer. Save your children.
When she learned that I could not crush my own compassion, Solstice had deserted me. She deserted all of us. I renounced her, and Tersendelius came to me. He soothed me with his gentle words, and I was whole once more. He could do the same for you, if you would have him when you fail. No one ever does. But so far no one has found the ruthlessness their gods demand. Me, I serve Tersendelius. I am at your service. How may I help you?
He takes a deep breath, then bows to you.
I was not ruthless enough to be divine. I could not earn entry to the Council's great academy, but I may serve those who may, if they serve Tersendelius. How can I help you? I prayed to the altars of all 7 gods, all across the island, and pledged my allegiance. You must do the same, and hope they hear you. But most of all, you must be ruthless, where I was not. That I do not know. I prayed at each altar, heard nothing but Tersendelius' voice in the whispers of the trees. Tersendelius tells me all is well. Ho there. May I be of service? I pray to the altars of all 7. You must be ruthless, where I was not. If it may help you, I wish you well.
Be at ease, sister. We're safe now.
Almighty Duna, hear my prayer. Save your children.
Useless. Be at ease, sister. We're safe now.
Almighty Duna, hear my prayer. Save your children.
Useless. Be at ease, sister. We're safe now.
Almighty Duna, hear my prayer. Save your children.
Useless.
Have you been to the temple of Zolstissa? Is the King's Knight safe? Is Zolstissa's chosen champion safe? I fear that they are lost, but I thank you for your kindness. I shall pray for your deliverance, and for theirs.
He lowers his head, closes his eyes, and silently begins to pray.
A customer. Perhaps you'd like to trade. Find something to safeguard your...
His lascivious eyes flick over you to skin-crawling effect.
vulnerable flesh. A distant place called Nemesis. I couldn't resist the lure of this world, though. Such bloodshed and despair truly does loosen purse strings.
Make trade.
The creature runs a black tongue across its maw while staring at you hungrily. For a brief moment, you see row upon row of jagged teeth stretching right back to its gullet.
A distant, hungry place. Your war draws me. Make trade, or leave.
This is incredible. What a structure.
Eyes closed, the tiger... She cocks her. She opens her...
Or what? Shall you kill me with your fog of death like you did my cousins? This is our only chance to live.
She closes her eyes. A low growl rises in her throat.
They all shall die, my king, and I shall start.
She stares directly at you and bares her teeth.
With the He-Man.
Stranger, you must help us. I beg of you.
The ghostly tiger bares her teeth at you, a triumphant glint in her eye.
When the God King brings the forest tigers back, and we rise to rule, you shall be the first to die. For you there shall be no return. I am the last of my hide, my stripe, my streak. You cannot take me, for I shall rise. You cannot take me, for I shall...
She shall... nothing.
I am at the ready.
Gareth, listen to me.
I have heard enough! Your word.
Godwoken, the mother tree calls you. Follow the spirit. Climb to the heart of the tree. The mother awaits.
I am at the ready.
Lower your weapons. Gareth, listen to me.
I have heard enough!
I will have your head, Seeker.
Be at ease, Magister Rowe. Weapons down. Gareth, I have done you a grave injustice. I was deceived, and I was too weak, too naive to see it.
Alexander holds his hands outwards towards Gareth, his blade resting flat across his palms, a gesture of goodwill and peace. Whatever Alexander's reply might have been, it is drowned by Gareth's alarming chuckle.
Godwoken, have you come to witness the death of the noble coward? How fortunate. You can tell the tale of Lucien's other wayward son. This slug defends his own cruelty on the basis of ignorance. He expects me to forgive him for everything he's taken from me. Every fallen seeker, every friend, every slain Godwoken. My own parents. He says this to me while their flesh still rots in the graves I dug for them. I've forgotten nothing. Alexander, you are the sinner, yet the gods have allowed us to suffer for it. I would kill you 100 times over if given the chance.
Gareth looks to you, then to Alexander. He digs his teeth into his lower lip until blood seeps out from the tender skin. The silence is thick, yet neither Gareth nor Alexander move.
You are not Damien. You are not Damien. Damien. My sins have been as great as yours, Alexander. I've just been too blind to see them. It's just your father. You could forgive Alexander when I could not, Godwoken. I hope you show me the same kindness. I will meet you aboard the Lady Vengeance when you are ready.
Keep your hands where I can see him. Bishop Alexander's our responsibility. We ain't no seekers. We'll die protecting him.
Step carefully, stranger, and do as the divine order tells you. Paladin and Magister alike serve Alexander here, and so should you.
She gives you a cool and steady look, then turns away. As you approach Alexander, Ifan catches you by the shoulder.
You know how long I've sought Alexander. I need this. Understood.
Ifan strides forwards and feints a punch at Alexander's nose with his right hand. As the Divine Bishop raises his hands to protect himself, Ifan grasps both of his wrists and headbutts him. As Alexander staggers back, blood streaming from his nose, Ifan tightens his grip on Alexander's wrists and spits a question.
Why? Why did you and Lucian send me on a suicide mission to kill the elves? Why did you lie to me?
Alexander wrenches his hands free from Ifan's grasp and holds his broken nose, blood streaming between his shaking fingers.
Why? The same reason we did everything. To protect the realm. What price all of Rivellon against just one portion? Any divine would do the same if it meant saving everything. You should be proud my father picked you. His best right-hand man. He knew you would make it. But he also knew that if he told you the truth, you would falter. He knew you well, Ifan. He knew you'd have to be tricked. But I'm his son. I can be trusted to the end, and I will take any actions necessary for the good of all. Nothing can stop me, not even death.
Ifan draws his weapon. His hands are steady, calm, and controlled as can be. Just as he is about to move towards Alexander, he stops. He looks at you. And he shakes his head and looks away, striding with purpose towards Alexander.
Death stops everyone eventually. You rose from the dead once. You won't rise this time.
He halts, looking you in the eye. As he lowers his weapon, he smiles a shrewd smile, all teeth and promise.
For you, I can stop. For you, I can trust. Alexander knew. Lucian knew. I was nothing but a pawn.
His face darkens, and his hands shake.
Power truly corrupted Alexander, just as it did Lucian.
He raises one eyebrow and folds his arms protectively across his chest.
We'll see. We'll see. Well, this place is, welcoming, isn't it? Well, let's just say, not good. I don't even know what to say.
Ifan pauses, staring hard at the ground. He roars, a fierce, mad glint sparkling in his eyes.
All this time, to think I'd failed. To think I just didn't get there in time. When the truth of it is I was sent on a suicide mission. The divine? No excuses. There's nothing divine about one who could do that. I can't forgive him. And I can't forgive myself for trusting him. It's a mistake I can never make up for. And one I'll never make again. Well, this place is, welcoming, isn't it?
Ifan claps you on the shoulder and...
If you have something to say, sorcerer, just spit it out. My destiny was unveiled to me in the Hall of Echoes, at last. I realized how Dallas had been sabotaging me all along. She had her accomplice, Vredeman, pose as someone who could train me how to master my god-woken powers. But it was a lie. They sought to hinder, not help. While I was being occupied by Vredeman, Dallas began taking over the Order. I confronted them once I returned from the Hall of Echoes, and the pair of them tried to kill me. They must be Black Ring agents, tasked with preventing me from ascending. They won't succeed, though. I know what needs to be done, and I have good, loyal Magister and Paladin companions to help me see that it is done. Wrong. That proves I am the only one who is worthy. I have to decide who lives and who dies, for the sake of the greater good. That is what true power demands of you. Only I have the will, the strength to do what is necessary. And now that those traitors, Dallas and Friedemann, have no influence over me, the way forward is clear. Make no mistake, Godwoken. I do not need to work with you. I will enter the council when I am fit and ready. But you are desperate. That much is clear. Make yourself of use to me, and I shall help you unlock the council. You must strike down the one who leads the Black Ring on this island. That is my price. Do you really think the future Divine should take such risks? Besides, you're the one seeking help. Perhaps you can put your murderous skills to use for the greater good. He's known as the Sallow Man. My father faced him in battle during the Great War. He's a wicked creature, a master of illusions, who hides in the shadows and sends others to do his bidding.
Alexander produces an old cowl and mutters an incantation. The cloth glows a cool blue for a moment before settling back. He hands the cowl over to you.
My father concocted this charm so that he could face the Sallow Man in battle. The cowl has now been laced with its essence. Wear it, and he will be forced to reveal himself. Succeed, and perhaps you can join me inside the council. There we can see who shall be the next Divine, once and for all.
You're thinking the same thing. Alexander wants to be the new Divine.
Divinity requires a certain strength of character this whippersnapper woefully misses.
We're talking about the same person, right? Trusting Alexander to be divine would be proof of madness.
Over my dead body.
Far be it from me to judge the plain, simple mind that dwells within that man's skull. But no. Simply no.
He hardly has his father's qualities. Besides, he's not to be trusted.
Didn't that guy pretty much invent Fort Joy? Imagine him as the Divine.
Yes.
Show respect, stranger, to the next Divine, or we'll cut respect into you. I'll carve Alexander's name into your eyeball if I have to.
When first I saw you pass the Shriekers, I thought perhaps the others had come to join us. Colleagues? Magisters from Driftwood, loyal to their bishop? And Stanley, maybe? Bran, for sure. I was hoping Harrick would come along too. I'm very fond of her, I am, that Harrick. By who? This terrible, ungodly world. The sooner Alexander takes his father's place, the better.
He spits over the parapet, shakes his head at what the world has come to, and returns to his duty.
Godwoken, the mother tree calls you. Follow the spirit. Climb to the heart of the tree. The mother awaits.
Mother, you don't look well. How vulnerable you are. At heart.
I am the scion of the Mother Tree. Her heart speaks through me.
The scion of the Mother Tree. Let me talk to her, please. She and I have business.
The Mother is in danger. A shadow hunts her. You must rid us of the shadow. The Shadow Prince is on this island, seeking our annihilation. He is the master of the House of Shadows. He is a terror that breathes. You know him simply as the Master, Sabine. It is time for vengeance. You must cut off its breath, then bring me its heart.
The Master. Where is he?
He is a lizard. No doubt he slithers close to the temple of his fork-tongued goddess. Beware, for he brings the shadows with him. I am the scion of the Mother Tree. Her heart speaks through me. He is a lizard. No doubt he...
There's no time to waste. I think you know the answer to that. First, I'll find the Master. He has a date with a needle. Whatever comes after that, comes after that.
Sabine touches your arm.
Look, it's Sahela.
Sabine, it is so good to see you once more. I must speak with you. It is of the greatest importance. At last I see clearly. I know what must be done. The mother is sick. She is weak. Her grip slips at last. You make her so. You kill her scions. You are strong now, Sabil. You are prime scion. You are God-woken. This is a unique opportunity. The impossible is now possible. Kill her. Free us from her tyranny, please. Finish what you start. One more kill. You must strike at her heart. Do this for me. Do this for all of us. Set us free.
You want the mother tree dead? Quite the change of heart since last we met.
I know, but now she is weak. I can speak truth. The mother stops progress. The mother stops lovers. The mother forbids. The mother commands. The mother plots. The mother wants vengeance. She is hollow, but all elves want is to live. I know I can count on you, Sabil. You who loves her freedom above all. You must climb the temple to find the mother's heart, and then you must destroy it. Set yourself free, Sabil. Set us all free. The moment of truth approaches, does it not? All is decided soon.
Have you been to the temple of Zolstissa? Is the King's Knight safe? Is Zolstissa's chosen champion safe? I was not ready to die. I cannot serve the Lord Zolstissa if I am dead. I pray the temple has not crumbled, and Zolstissa's champion is not dead. Ha! You?
He stands head bowed as the blessing courses through him. He raises his hands before him, marveling at their glow. He looks at you at last, his mouth agape. He sinks to one knee.
Bid ease, sister. We're safe now.
Hear my prayer. Save your children.
He struggles to his feet.
Bid ease, sister. We're safe now.
He swallows hard, then blurts the question.
Who will you destroy to save the kin?
Useless.
He stares at you in awe. Tears come to the corner of his eyes. He begins to rock back and forth, spellbound in religious ecstasy.
Hear my prayer. Save your children.
He begins to pray.
There shall be a new divine, and he shall be a red-skinned prince. There shall be a new divine, and he shall be a red-skinned prince. There shall be a new divine, and he shall be a red-skinned prince.
Useless.
The priestess is oblivious to you. Instead, she's locked in frantic, desperate prayer.
Almighty Duna, save your children. Deliver us from the void. Almighty Duna, save your children.
The priestess's eyes widen as she recognizes the incantation. She bows hurriedly.
Duna is at your side. I will pray for you.
Be at ease, sister. We're safe now.
Almighty Duna,
Ho there, Hopeful. I belong to Tirsen Dilius. To whom are you sworn?
Useless.
How wonderful. Tell me, when was the last time you heard from him?
Be at ease, sister. We're safe.
You've heard his whispers in the trees?
He takes a deep breath, then bows to you.
I was not ruthless enough to be divine. I could not earn...
Two black-ring wargs, heaving, stinking mounds of gristle and malice, play like puppies with a large crimson gem.
Boars. Away! Now!
Smells good.
They lick their lips, the gem forgotten, for now. You lift the gem. It's both hot and cold. Within the stone, stars seem to shine. It's mesmeric. You slide the gem into your pack for later. The wargs still hungrily eye the dangled meal. The wargs tear the flesh apart, and you turn away.
I was hungry.
Me too. What was we doing?
Can't remember.
Me neither.
Let's go chase rabbits.
Yeah, all right.
With a nod to you, the beasts amble away. The gem feels both extremely hot and extremely cold, and yet sits comfortably in your hand. Within the crimson crystal, a galaxy of stars seems to twinkle. And beyond the stars lies a strange and wondrous realm. The stars swirl and move and form a face, the face of an imp.
Looky, looky, looky here! What's red and black and blue all over? Wrongly, 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 wrong! Your eye decides. Your eye! Now, looky, looky, looky here! If you have 3 eyes and take away 1, how many eyes are there? Last chance! How many eyes? Wrongly, 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 wrong! How many eyes are there in all the planes? Countless! Countless eyes! Goodbye!
The imp's face shatters into a billion stars once more. The gem returns to its inert state. An empty pedestal stands before you. From the ostentation...
Looky, looky, looky here! Ah, all right. Rightly, right. Oh, very rightly right. Come inside.
The face dissolves, and the stars begin to swirl. And so too does your head, as you are taken to...
I've always wanted to see an impish pocket realm.
Me too. This is fascinating.
My! A whole world inside one little glass nut. The perfect place to hide. Although would a potted plant be too much to ask for? Honestly.